Hello everybody and welcome back to the World Cup 2021 round of 16. We're kicking off now of packed day, of packed matches, stacked matches even. And we're starting off with one of the big ones. It is one of the winners bracket matches and it is between the United Kingdom and South Korea. These two teams know each other very well. I am Doomsday and I am casting this with the lovely Dimash. What's up, mate?
What's up, Dooms? Oh no, this match is going to be great. I mean, there's so much history between these two teams in just the past few years. You know, if you go back to 2019 and the grand finals losers bracket match between the two, such an intense bout. And even last year, you know, they fought in this almost, I think this is the exact same stage of the tournament. So to see them battle it out again, it's an awesome opportunity. I'm so excited.
Yeah, these two just can't stop matching with each other. This is like the fourth time in 5 years they've bumped into each other. It's kind of crazy. It seems to be destiny every single tournament, or at least every other tournament, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, South Korea though, talk about destiny. The route so far these guys have been on exactly the same so far as last year. They bumped into Ukraine last week, much like what they did in 2020. And they bump into UK here, again, the same stage. The odds. But they'll be hoping for the same result, South Korea, because last year they did win in this stage. It was a hard-fought win, but a win nonetheless. They'll be hoping to repeat that. The UK, of course, will be looking to try and change destiny here.
Yeah, UK sort of pushing for that first W on the board, you know. They really have not had much luck against this team in the past few years, and you can understand why when you look at this South Korean roster. You know, Karuna, FlyingTuna, Zeisen, you know, those three, particularly last year, they were very tricky, you know, very tough opponents. It's a good core roster from South Korea, but again, the UK are looking just as tough this year. You know, Bubbleman returning once again, bloo, Voss, majoreh, all of them were a key part of UK's team last year. And, you know, with the return of players like Karthy and, you know, just an overall improvement from this UK roster, this is a very impressive team to battle this South Korean side. It'll be interesting to see what they're capable of, really.
Yeah, having Karthy back is definitely a big boon. Still feeling his way into it a little bit, but we know what he's capable of. Once he's getting into full flow, Karthy can hang there with the best of them. Highest skill caps in the game. But South Korea have the players to match it. This is a super high level matchup. We can't stress that enough. These two teams are the sort... I mean, we just mentioned it. 2 years ago, this was the match to decide a grand finalist, and the teams are basically the same, bar a few changes. Most of them are the same. And yet, round of 16, 2 years in a row, this is an insanely high level match here. The ban's coming in. NoMod 2 banned by South Korea, and I think that's a good ban, because UK have a pretty mean stream team.
Yeah, the streaming capability from the UK team is definitely something to be feared. You know, their flow aim, as well as their consistency on it, is just such a high level. You know, you pretty much have to be able to put a four-man roster against it, and a good one at that. Which is probably why South Korea have gone for the ban on Amber Wishes, which is understandable, very understandable.
And the ban from UK there, the low AR hidden. UK have a very capable low AR hidden roster, but South Korea had an excellent score last week. They faced Ukraine, who did a nice run on the low AR last week, still won it, so sensible to not give them that gimmick. And well, speaking of that, we're getting straight into the other low AR. Again, still common sense, but hey, at least you can chuck lots of hard rock on this one, and we've seen lots of hard rock on this 3-month pick. AR8 CS5.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see what what lineup the UK choose to go for here, you know, in terms of mods, because they have a good selection to go with on a variety of players. You know, obviously you're expecting players like Kingling to take advantage of the high CS on this map. Possibly might see Bubbleman or maybe even Jemzsee come in for the lower AR hidden, and then it's just who they want to fill in with those NoMods. But a very diverse roster. This should be a decent pick for the UK if they get their mods right.
Yeah, they have the players to deal with it for sure. South Korea, though, more than a match, they have players as well that can, you know, swip and swap. You know, they have a few players that could be taking the AR8 on this. You know, you could be seeing Zeisen come in for this maybe, or Nopekjk recover the hidden as well. There's a few that could do it. Really, it's the thing about these two rosters at this level is they have like 6 or 7 players that can cover a lot of these maps. And it's just whoever's feeling it on the day or in their prep, right? They have choices, both of them do.
Yeah, both of them have got those variety players, and it looks like we've got the finalized rosters here, so not sure who's going to come in for the Hard Rock on South Korea, but we do get to have a look. It's Karcher coming in with Hard Rock. It looks like South Korea are going to be overmodding slightly.
And
as
UK,
well as
yeah.
the UK, wow. Interesting choice from the UK to go all mods on this map.
We've seen a lot of teams do it. A lot of teams have preferred to avoid the AR8 and instead go for the small circle size AR10. I think every single time this has appeared, we've seen lots of Hard Rock. No one likes NoMod AR8. This is kind of sad. But it's more useful. You get that extra score and high comfort. Here we go then, the Marsh. Oh man. This is going to be good.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. So we saw the early break coming in from Karcher there, adjusting to the high circle size. I think it was a bit of a miss-aim, but aside from that, has recovered nicely. Everyone else gets to the flow of this map. Of course, the UK going to have that slight advantage, not just from the early break, but of course the overmodding, which we discussed earlier. But strong start from South Korea as well.
Very even. Trading breaks between Karthy and Doomsday Fanboy. My boy, of course. He did very well last week, Doomsday Fanboy, against Ukraine. Really good addition to the roster this year. I'm jealous. This guy's better than me.
That's right, Doomsday. You made it. You made it on a team.
Let's go.
No, as we approach the halfway point here, FlyingTuna finds a break. That is very unusual, especially considering he's playing NoMod. Really shouldn't have too much trouble with a map like this, but that is a big break for South Korea, as Kingling will also trade it, but later.
So that equalizes it pretty much. The almost 200k there into the slow part. The big drop coming up soon. Still plenty of hard pattern to go. Both teams with high combos.
Look at this and I see the battle between the hidden and the hard rock players. You know, Bubbleman versus Karuna, majoreh versus Karcher. You know, those are the ones with the big combos right now. And they are just matching each other move for move, but of course there is that slight advantage, you know. majoreh, he has got that full combo, whereas Karcher is trailing slightly behind. But he's chasing hard. We've only got a quarter of the map left and there's 200k in the favour of the United Kingdom. Fanboy is coming back with very nice supporting combo for South Korea after that initial break. Karthy is also there. I don't see a way, unless there's a massive implosion from the UK side, that they're going to lose this point at this stage.
Yeah, it's like they're just about going to bank it. Or break at the end there from Bubble, but the map's already all over now. A little bit more in it will just take it over to the UK. They take first blood here on their own pick. You're banning low AR, with the free mod 1 working out far better because you can get those hard rock players in a comfy spot. Nice FC there for majoreh. That hack as well, 99.4. But Karuna, no slouch with his 99. Look at all these accuracies. They are all so good. They are so comfortable on this style.
It's terrifying to think that both of these teams they pretty much both overmodded and were able to put in such amazing scores and incredibly high accuracies despite overmodding. You know, it shows the level of comfort at this round of 16 stage. And South Korea, they're going to try and hit back with this hidden one.
Indeed. I'm going to do a quick update on some of the concurrent games because Indonesia and Hong Kong and also Japan and Finland are playing right now. Hong Kong is 1-0 up against Indonesia. Japan is 1-0 up versus Finland. Look at the hidden one though. Very pattern aim heavy map this. Lots of squares and geometry. Lots of symmetry aim as well. It's got that slightly awkward, you can kind of call it old school style, but it's not really. But it does have the, like, you know, like the old style jumps because lots and lots of symmetry on the hidden.
Yeah, and we know what this South Korean side can do on hiddens. Very strong performances in the qualifiers and have always been able to put up a decent hidden roster. And you know, this year with the changes they've made, it's no slouch either. Now I don't know how strong the UK's hidden roster is this year. I mean, they've put in people with the additions of people like Jemzsee and, you know, Voss has always been there. Of course, Karthy coming back. He's a very good all-round player. But I don't know necessarily how strong this hidden lineup is in comparison to previous years, but it should be very interesting to see just how far they can take it.
I'd say they're still pretty good. They definitely have a core, especially on the more aim-heavy stuff, right? Jemzsee in here is a very comfortable hidden player. He's also a good pocket pick on like low ARs as well when needed. Voss as well, even though he's not really a hidden player, he should be able to deal with aim okay. Actually, good to see Voss back. He had some issues last week, tech issues. But he's back here today. You'll love to see him. Only misses though from Karthy and Voss though as he gets back into the swing of it.
Yeah, I think having those 2 weeks off, you know, because he wasn't able to put any scores in for qualifiers either, I think due to the same issue. So he definitely wants to make up for lost ground and, you know, start helping the team towards their victory. But yeah, as you said, those early breaks not putting them off to the best start. Of course, South Korea off to the ideal start, keeping all four combos. Decent accuracies. Actually, I think the accuracy is slightly in favour of the UK at this point. Karuna and Nopekjk have slight issues with that. Karcher will be the first to break for South Korea, though. As well, the double break coming in from Karthy and Voss again, showing some potential issues. Nopekjk also coming in with a break now, so it's still 2 full combos apiece. UK and South Korea, there's still that slight favour for South Korea. They have their very slightly better supporting combos. So we're going to come down to consistency. Really, the 2 strongest hidden players, I guess, for each side. Bubbleman, Jemzsee versus Karuna and FlyingTuna.
Oh yeah, Karuna, FlyingTuna, the two main players for SK, the linchpin for many years. So a safe pair of hands to take a carry performance home. So Voss definitely finding a few breaks, trying to feel his way into this game, but he's definitely finding inconsistencies here. Getting into the next chorus now. Still very even, but it's slightly with SK. Yeah, those supporting combos from the UK are definitely having some issues. There goes Jemzsee. It's 1 FC to 2 now.
Yeah, it's really not looking good for United Kingdom on this one. They had a pretty much triple reset. Voss went then Karthy and then Jemzsee just after. Bubble, the only one still holding. And against, like you said, the linchpin of Karuna and FlyingTuna, as well as Karcher now coming up with a good recovery combo.
He's back in it now, Karcher. Getting through this solo. Some nasty aim patterns here, but players dealing with it very well. SK holding on to that advantage. Oh, Karuna with the break though. It's 1 FC to 1. 300k in it. There's not a lot of time left. It's still really with SK. 2 players with huge combos. They're looking pretty good here.
Yeah, I think with that reset from Voss, there definitely isn't enough chance for the UK to chase. With that supporting combo from Karcher, just keeping it out of reach for them. Nopekjk as well, matching some of the UK players on their combos. It's just too far to chase at this point. Some inconsistencies from the UK side. Let South Korea build up some massive combo and score. And they will take their first map pick quite comfortably.
I'd say it's relatively comfortable. Or FlyingTuna with a sea of 100s on that long stream. He was SSing a lot of that map as well, FlyingTuna. Didn't want to jinx him though, that'd just be rude. Great FC though. There we go. 1-1. Both teams winning their own pick. So I guess it's what you'd expect. But good starts from both of them. I don't think either team will be too hurt by the opening exchanges. FC again from, well, not FC again by Bubbleman, but his first FC of the game from Bubbleman there. With that Act 2.
He's always a scary player to go up against, whether it's in solo or in team. A formidable opponent. You can see why. Very strong consistency, and the UK going for DT2.
Getting stuck into the speed mode engaged. It's one of these maps I think that equalises games quite a bit, because pretty much every team has a 4-person roster that can deal with this stuff in a comfortable way. But with the way this game's been going, you know, neither team's had a massive advantage. This is definitely just to bring that speed core in from the UK, who are so comfortable when it comes to this style. I imagine we're going to see Malteser in for that 4th spot for the UK. There he is. And then for SK, well, they have a few choices. Certainly expect to see Zeisen in for this one. I feel like they can take a lot of people in for a map like this. Could see Karcher back in, maybe. Maybe even Doomsday fanboy, yeah, there he is as well. Surely we see Zeisen though. There he is. Maybe FlyingTuna will take a break, but like Bubbleman, right? You want FlyingTuna playing everything he can play. There's like no reason to swap him out unless you really can't play him out, which is rare. If impossible,
very unusual for him to do.
Yeah, at this level, no. I think the point is, like, if Bubbleman or FlyingTuna swap out for anyone, be very afraid at who they bring in, because he must be pretty good at it.
Yeah, no, definitely. If you're taking out one of your MVPs, you know, whoever you're bringing in must have the confidence to bring it home. And really, this is actually going to be fairly close, you know, in comparison to last week's DT2. You know, scores were very similar. They do favour the UK slightly, and overall they had better accuracy, but again, the margin is not massive, and that early break from majoreh not going to put them off to the best start. Just to this map.
Early days, but with these lineups, man, early misses, the odd one miss, often decides it. So that's a bit of a slow start for the UK, I'd say. A break from Doomsday fanboy there early on as well. We'll hand it back over slightly.
Again, with one break each, you can pretty much call this a dead even stalemate at this point. Still 3 full combos. majoreh does have slightly higher combo, of course, than Doomsday fanboy, but Again, it's not a massive margin. Still so much of this map left to go.
And the harder patterns as well. And the style of this map doesn't really change. It's pretty much the same thing the whole way, but there are harder streams later. It was Zeisen with the break as well, so it really is with UK. 3 FCs to 2. Oh, almost 4, considering the majoreh early break was very early. It really is with them.
Yeah, it's starting to build up a margin. You can see that score bar, it's increasing. It's getting 200k to 300k. It's going to be much higher than the South Korean sides are. They're going to have to start praying for a break now from the side of the UK. And again, this team is looking very dangerous on this map. Look at the accuracies from some of these players. You know, Karuna, FlyingTuna, Bubbleman, Malteser, you know, majoreh as well, all holding sort of 99% accuracy. Really strong from them.
And the lowest being like a high 98. Here come the longer streams. Karthy note locks. Still even though. Oh, Karuna! Never mind, it's not anymore.
South Korea, as soon as they get a chance, Zeisen will break as well. It just slips away from them. They really didn't want that break from Karuna or Zeisen in, for that matter. But with that, there's 2 full combos from the UK as well as majoreh's really high combo. Reverse choke. We'll see. The classic. We'll see the UK take that point. Quite comfortably, but that was, I would still say that was very close.
Yeah, competitive the entire time. I mean, had Karuna held on there, that would have been a bit of a photo finish, but actually, no, not quite actually. Never mind. I think it was some of the breaks in that. The building combos were too good for the UK. Never mind. It was still quite close until the solo, though. Very much competitive. So the harder part did split them up a little bit more, though. And that ack from Bubbleman, the 3-100s, it's... I feel like going on about how good Bubbleman's scores are in tournaments is... I'm sounding like a broken record. It's when you say he doesn't do a good score in the tournament, that's when it's a newsworthy thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't... It's one of those things, isn't it? It's just... It's a Bubbleman thing. You can't put it in one favor or the other, but 3 100s on DT2, very impressive score. Looks like the South Korean side have chosen their second pick. They're going to go with FreeMod 2. Interesting to see this, considering how good the UK were on FreeMod 1. Very different map though.
It is. It's. I'd say it's a very different map. You know, there's no AR8, meaning it's not going to be a sea of hard rock this time. There's going to be far more NoMods. Although there will still be a few hard rocks on this because it's big circle size, and the circle size is still pretty manageable, especially on AR10 for many of these players. If anything, this map is more like the Hidden 1 that we saw South Korea pick and that we saw them win on. Lots of pattern aim and symmetry aim and awkward snappy jumps you have to do. Lots of that. Obviously the mods are going to be very different. And also that AR9 flat for any hiddens is going to be even denser. I think this is a good pick because that worked out well. If it ain't broke, let's do it again. Fresh names now. Bloo hopping in for the UK. He might be taking the hidden. Just take a lot of the lower AR hiddens where necessary. He can fill that. Maiaz as well. Very solid gimmicky NoMod player. But we have seen him take some mods. I think he took some hard rocks in previous weeks. But he's probably in for the NoMod. And there he is. Really cool to see Maiaz on the team this year for SK. Really interesting play. You see him a lot on leaderboards on hard NoMod maps.
This time, we biggest change we've seen in South Korea. They're not overmodding at all. They're going with just what is needed. Hoping for more consistency, where it's the UK that they're risking it a bit more with an additional mod. You know, Karthy going hidden hard rock on this map might pay off, but it also might backfire.
I think, if anything, it's a comfort thing for Karthy. You have seen him find a few inconsistencies here and there, but get him onto that hidden hard rock that he's so used to playing in solo might be the key for him to find a bit more comfort.
Certainly early game it is going to help the UK as they do take that initial lead.
Mod advantage putting in work. I'm a little bit surprised actually they're taking 2 hard rocks on this with blue, but must be comfort for blue as well in that case. Break from Maiaz there on the NoMod as we get into the harder aim section, giving it over to the UK. Oh, never mind though, 2 breaks from the UK just at the end of that. Voss and Karthy.
Breaks coming in from them. That will eventually swing it back over to South Korea. Maiaz is their only break so far.
Perfect time for it too, with this easier section as well. They can take that lead back once the map picks up once again. It's up to them to keep their cool.
Again, such high level of gameplay that it all comes down to, you know, which one of these players will break. Now, all eyes sort of looking towards South Korea to see if they're able to hold on to these 3 FCs and good recovery combo from Maiaz. UK struggles to match the score gains of South Korea. So we see another break coming from Voss. Really not going to help the UK at all. They're going to have to require a big break towards the end of this map. Pray for South Korea to have it.
Still a lot of combo though. Still anyone's game with 200k and, you know, a quarter of this map to go. This ending section could get quite spicy if SK choke here, but they have a lot of combo. Would require an implosion, but this is the sort of map that can bring out that one miss, even when you're comfortable. What these aim patterns do. Oh, we see 2 from SK. It's 1 FC to 2 now in favour of UK.
And Maiaz as well. It's just FlyingTuna for South Korea. Unbelievable. 3 breaks on the tricky section. You called it to a T. And that is going to flip right at the end for the United Kingdom. They are going to take a break point against South Korea on free mod 2. Incredible stuff.
You can't underestimate the aim in this. Those patterns, you know, they're vicious, they bite you, and that's exactly what happened to SK. That symmetry pattern. Karuna and Karcher finding the one miss on them. So sad, but the UK won't care because they FC'd it. 2 full combos to 1, and that's the difference.
Yeah, beautiful full combos from Bubbleman and bloo there, as well as FlyingTuna. Of course, Bubbleman once again bringing home that impressive score.
Yeah, it's another one on the tally for Bubbleman. He's on a streak now. bloo, though, stepping in and getting that FC on the hard rock too. Not easy to step in for one map and just full combo, but that's what he did. But FlyingTuna, once again, he's doing everything he can on that hidden as well. See, FlyingTuna is definitely doing what he can do. He's such a good player. But at the moment, it's the team performance that's making the difference. Just a little bit for the UK. Make him some speed then. So, NoMod 5. A crack collab. This is a map that a lot of people have said is generally the easiest map in this pool. It's a speed-focused map, but it's 235 BPM, if I'm not mistaken. Mostly about bursts and, you know, breakpool patterns, lots of 5 notes and 7 notes, just one after the other. And both these teams have the speed rosters to get the job done on a map like this. We already saw it earlier. Oh, dude, I just noticed the top row of these clients.
Yeah, happy Halloween, everybody.
Hey. So you know what? Let's do a quick update on the other matches going on. Let's catch up with them. At the moment, Indonesia versus Hong Kong. It is 3-1 to Hong Kong in that matchup. So a good start for Hong Kong there. Japan versus Finland. Japan are currently winning 3-1. So that's the update on those. All these scores are all exactly the same. 3-1 in all 3 games so far.
Yeah, again, we're still in that sort of stage where it's, higher seeds are tending to get off to the better start. But again, in this match in particular, there is a lot closer competition. No one-sided affairs. It's very much coming down to the individual maps and how well the teams have prepped to play them. The UK hoping to put themselves in a match point position with this NoMod 5. Again, they went with the DT2 and it worked out for them. They're hoping this speedy NoMod is going to work to their benefit as well. And pretty much the same lineups for both sides as we saw with DT2.
Yeah, pretty much. Looks like it swaps Zeisen out for Karcher though, which is actually interesting. Zeisen did have the lowest score. I guess they're giving another player a shot. I do think this is a risky pick though, because this is definitely one of the easier ones. SK might use this as a foothold if they can avoid silly misses, which can easily happen on anything.
Yeah, if South Korea are able to break back on this, they're going to very much put themselves back on even UK. And yeah, that break from Karthy really does not help the UK side at all. He has had some issues with that consistency in this matchup. South Korea, they are off to halfway through this map. They are still holding strong. 4 full combos to 3 against the UK. Looking for any break from South Korea, and the UK will bounce back immediately. South Korea are going to have to hold for a very long time, probably towards the last 8 for this map, to secure this one really.
Final drop, 7 FCs. No player can afford to have a cough now, especially the UK. All the accuracy is so good. It is coming down to the silly misses. Anyone that breaks now is... They probably have seen this multiple times in practice. It'd be unlucky if anyone does here. All of these are so good. Even Karthy's arc, it's just a shame about the miss early.
Such good consistency from all players in the lobby right now, but it is going to go to South Korea, who are still holding these full combos. There's no time for the UK to catch up, and that is a impressive, very impressive score from South Korea, who don't quite get the 4 million, but pulling a 3.94. What a score on this NoMod 5.
What a score. What a score. 4 FCs on anything in the OWC is something to be pointed out. That's incredible. No nerves, no shakes, no nothing. They were being chased down by 3 FCs. And they took it home, and SK will avoid match point. They get the pick as well. They are still in a really good spot. Very much in this. But look at the accuracies from the UK. 400s, 300s, 200s on those FCs. These guys can speed. Actually ridiculous hack on that map.
Yeah, they're just so strong from this team. But they do drop the break point. That's very significant for South Korea. They can come back into this with their next pick. But again, they got to be careful. They let that free mod slip away from them. It cost them badly in their last pick. And there's less options for them. They're going to go for NoMod 4. Sorry, NoMod 3. Do apologise.
Yeah, getting some of that variabilize. alternate heavy. We actually haven't seen this map too much, I don't think. It hasn't been very popular. The Mirage Delis collab, 144 BPM, snappy control aim. Lots of weird aim shapes and variable spacing in this. It's full of linear wiggles as well as some snappy 1-4 jumps on rhythms that don't really sit still. This map, it's quite chaotic, I'd say, in its spacing. Actually, while we're here, I want to mention an update from Indonesia versus Hong Kong. Hong Kong are currently 4-1 up against Indonesia. That is a surprise. Hong Kong really doing well against Seed 5 in the matchup concurrent with this one.
Might set them up really well for their bracket run if they're able to close it out, because you know chances are they're going to go up against either Russia or Chile. Their next matchup, which again very high seedings in comparison. Getting back into this one, you know, this NoMod 3. We're seeing Karthy take a step back from this one. I think he has had some issues with the consistency, not able to keep it at the level he wants. So he's probably stepped down to let one of the other guys try and come in. So definitely want to try and break back if they can against South Korea, put themselves on that match point with their pick in hand.
Well, they do have the depth to swap out if a player is not having a good moment, so both these rosters can just afford to swip and swap people based on comfort. A few early breaks actually, 2 on each side in the opening exchanges. This map can do that though. I'd say it's one of the harder maps in the pool in general to full combo. So I don't think the scores are going to be as high as some that we've seen.
Very fast flowing map this, and you can see some issues coming out from both teams. You know, Kingling coming in with a second break, but Karcher and Nopekjk having some notable issues as well. Majoreh recovered nicely after that initial break once the map kicked in. Kicks in very fast, you know, there really isn't much adjustment time on a map like this. It's those full combos as Maiaz will drop one of them. Looking out for moment. UK is in a favourable position against South Korea. You have a drop from majoreh, but they're still looking very strong with those full combos and the recovery from Kingling at this point.
Yeah, definitely, this one is bringing out some issues in many of these players, but the carries holding so strong, and that's going to benefit the UK because Bubbleman rock solid on this. Voss doing really well there. He does lose his FC though.
And it's the more notable issues from South Korea that are sticking out to me. They only have one full combo. Maiaz is trying to recover, but 3 breaks from South Korea, which is going to get negated by Kingling supporting combo to Bubbleman and FlyingTuna. Looks like it's edging slightly towards United Kingdom at this point, but a break from Kingling really opens things up here.
Yeah, SK are rallying back now. They're rallying back. They've all got a good combo to the name.
Look at this battle between Bubbleman and FlyingTuna. Is so strong on a map like this. A break from majoreh is really not going to help the UK, as that score is going to rapidly start to head towards the South Korean side. A break from Kingling is going to extend it even faster. South Koreans have had a great recovery here. Right towards the end of the map.
Excellent mental recovery as well. They had a lot of issues, but look at them now. All of them holding a massive combo now, 800, 700 and up. And let's not talk about FlyingTuna. FlyingTuna and Bubbleman, this is what they're here for. This is what they can do. When the maps start getting harder, this is what they do. But that recovery from SK was admirable. It is all tied up, Dimash.
It's all tied up. and 2 players just FC'd NoMod 3.
SS
NoMod 3. They SS NoMod 3, both of them. Both of
That's
them.
actually insane. Hang on, let's just talk about this for a second. How many SSs have there been this tournament even? We just saw 2 in this game, and this is probably the hardest map, or at least one of the hardest maps, like, objectively in the pool, right? I'm confident of that. That's ridiculous. Actually ridiculous. Even on a round of 16, like, the peak of a round of 16 difficulty is still pretty hard in tournament. That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't have much more to say. I was looking at it towards the end of the map going, they're still SSing. They are still SSing. I'm saying nothing, but they are still SSing. And then, oh man, I cannot believe the level of consistency required to do that in a tournament match is just unbelievable. Yeah, of course, great for their respective teams to know that they're playing at such a high level this weekend.
Yeah, these 2 have turned up to game. This is a kaiju battle right now, because both of these 2 have been destroying this lobby. Bubbleman is on 5 FCs in a row. He missed the first map, but since then he's opted to recover from that from just casually FCing 5 maps in a row. But FlyingTuna as well, he's also on a similar run. This is insane. Why is this a round of 16 match? How has this happened?
Good question.
Apart from obviously qualifiers, but hey, there's so many games like this weekend. But this level of play is ridiculous. You love to see it. God, I love OWC. It's so good to watch.
Yeah, this is probably one of the highlight games of the weekend, and it's unfortunate that one of these teams, with such a high level of play, have got to drop down to the losers bracket as a result of this match. But that is the unfortunate predicament that is the qualifiers. If you can't perform, you put yourself in tougher and tougher positions as you go further up the bracket.
Anyways, getting into this pick then, the DT3, very control-heavy DT. This is full of doubles and just even note bursts. This map goes ham with even note bursts, so there is a lot of tricky finger control. Not just doubles, but doubles into quads, into 6 notes, and then into 6 notes into sliders, and it constantly challenges you with different configurations of those. So it's quite a deceptively hard control pick, this, especially for the players that aren't quite comfortable with the control, because this map is not just the same doubles or quads over and over. It's very variable. Seen Zeisen back into the lineup for South Korea here. And of course, Malteser back in for the DT.
This UK got a slight lead to start this off. Looks like I think Zeisen, in particular for the South Korean side, he had some accuracy issues to start this one off. Of course, adjusting to this map, it's very deceptively fast, this one.
It is. It's so many bursts into bursts. It does have a little bit of a stamina element as well. Although these players, this lineup, will not have any issues with that. The control will bring that accuracy down. And we've seen a few players drop down on the ACK. Zeisen struggling a bit on ACK and does find a break.
Yeah, second break to go along with it. It's the only break we've seen so far. Of course, it's gonna the UK side happy to hear. But still a fair amount of time as Kingling will drop for the UK. That's probably going to start to swing things very slowly towards the South Korean side. Zeisen, that slightly higher combo, will slowly try and pull that back, but his accuracy is not great. And a break from Karuna is really going to not help the South Koreans chase this at all. They're going to start dropping score to the UK. As the trio of FCs continues to do damage. As we get into the last third of this map.
Break as well, they know where they stand. FC's holding very nice backs, slightly higher for the UK, but they all show good comfort.
Have to keep it. We've seen can only take one to flip things the other way. Zeisen is on a very good recovery right now. Kingling as well. Really doing some work here. UK, they're in a very comfortable 400k score advantage. It's going to take a big mistake from them. This to slip away, and time is running out. I'm fairly sure they've got this with a very nice score to bring home. UK gonna put themselves on match point in this matchup on their last pick.
Really good team scores from both of these two teams, but 3 FCs on this ain't no joke. Once again, look at that accuracy from Bubbleman. 3 100s. He's absolutely tearing up this game. He is destroying this game right now. But Malteser and Majoreh, the backbone of the speed for the UK, once again performing in this matchup. And they've taken this to match point, kicking and screaming against a good score here from SK with their 2 all combos from FlyingTuna and my boy Doomsday fanboy.
So
they're doing everything they can.
It could come down to this. South Korea's last map pick. If they're successful, we will see that lovely tiebreaker just sitting at the bottom waiting for the players. However, the UK, they are on match point. Guaranteed tiebreaker regardless of the result. But obviously, we'll try and win this point against South Korea, bring it home. We will not get to see that tiebreaker played at all. NoMod 4 will be the final map pick in this matchup between the United Kingdom and South Korea in the round of 16. What can you tell us, Dooms?
Well, I can tell you that this map is definitely tech. It's a bit of everything in the sort of tech genre, right? This map has lots of cut streams, it has lots of high SV kick sliders, lots of cut streams into kick sliders, and plenty of tech aim. Compared to the last NoMod 4, though, this one doesn't have those crazy sliders with ticks in them that you really have to follow. So it's more of a comfortable pick in terms of the styling for many players. You know, it's you don't really need to follow the sliders very strictly if needed. But in this matchup, the accuracy for following those will be very important. I can't see anyone skimping on that. Yeah, very heavy on the cut stream focus, as well as those high SV kick sliders you tend to see in maps like this.
Yeah, no, agreed. Again, the last pick for South Korea. They're bringing in some of the heavy hitters, some of the best performers I think we've seen so far. Karcher, Nopekjk, Karuna, FlyingTuna, all having very good games today. You know, FlyingTuna obviously on insane performance. Karuna always does well and is always, you know, a player to be feared. But Karcher having a very good round of 16 match here. And set some pretty impressive scores.
Yeah, it really have. There's just been so many very good performances throughout this. I mean, we can point at obvious MVPs, but honestly, every single player that has hopped in has done their bit. It's been a mighty show of strength, but it's not over yet. This is the final pick from SK. Picking tech into UK. These guys have a good tech team, but I think SK do have a little bit more comfort on this style looking at their squad. Very even, though. Hard to call on a map like this. Let's see, though, because it is match point for the UK if they can steal this back. Bloo back in here. Did well in the free mod pick, he cameoed in.
Yeah, came in and was really there was a massive factor in their victory on that point. Karthy coming back in as well. Hoping he's fixed those issues for, you know, his team's sake. Again, all comes down to this last map.
I'm not sure what's going on with Karthy's capture there. I think I'm not sure we're a little bit behind or not, but okay, we're a little bit behind. Okay. We are back. Hopefully. Actually, is Karthy playing? Has Karthy had a tech issue?
We had a tech issue here.
Get a double check from the ref and staff here, but in the meantime, Karcher with the early break here. Everyone else still holding combo though.
Okay, looks like we are having a tech issue here.
Oh, okay, yeah, because that was right at the start of the map. Like, it didn't even start. Apparently, Karthy didn't load in for some reason, so let's try this again, shall we? Round 2.
That was a practice run. Practice run.
Yeah, warm up. If the teams didn't get a warm up, we'll just give it them on map 8. Makes sense.
So OWC doesn't have warm ups.
Yeah,
that was a lie.
This background looks like the sort of thing you'd see in a warm up. The big Yosh. Oh, the background game in this OWC is on point.
Oh, it is.
I'm a fan. So yeah, we're giving it a quick restart because Karthy didn't load in, but let's go. Once again, into NoMod 4. Match point for the UK. Picked by South Korea.
All eyes pretty much on Karthy now to see if he loads again. Or fails to.
It's that northern internet.
Oh, he does.
Hey, there we go.
We go again.
You know what though? We'll see if that little cough actually messes with a couple of the players. It can. But these teams are so experienced. Early break from bloo there, though. Just in this intro, it's building up, but it doesn't lay off with these cut streams.
Yeah, I think something it can do, which can help you adjust to the map. Obviously it gives you that time to just quickly play it, and looks like it might have actually benefited South Korea. It's that early break from bloo. It's favouring them at this point. If they can hold, they will take us into the tiebreaker. But again, still a lot of time left to go. Chances for both sides to still take this. Still 3 full combos to 4. United Kingdom, they are behind. The score gets only going to increase as we get further and further into the map.
Here you go though. Map picks up once again. Now we'll see what happens. So much combo on the field. It's with SK here.
Looking good. Oh, Karuna will trip though.
Nope,
K goes as well. Bubbleman goes, Karcher goes, bloo, Karthy.
2 FCs, 1-1. It's FlyingTuna against majoreh. It's with SK still.
Yeah, those scores pretty much just nullified each other out. Looks like South Korea are going to hold on to this unless FlyingTuna finds a break. That's the only thing that's probably going to flip this, or a triple reset from South Korea. But it looks like they're going to hold on. Very little amount of map left as we run out of time. There's 100k in their favour. It's gonna go their way. South Korea.
It's happening. TV time. It's happening. Bubbleman finally breaks his FC streak. Was it a slider break or not? Let's see.
It was.
It was. The streak is over. The Titan has fallen. Probably only temporarily, but majoreh trying to hold on for his team. Excellent full combo. But FlyingTuna keeps his streak going. Such an important player. It goes without saying. He's taking his team to TB. There's no other thing to say. He's taking his team to TB. Just about. And then we get to see this. Oh, yes. I love this map. This is such a good pick. I'm happy we get to see it.
And, it was the game that it was probably most likely to happen in. in the winners bracket. These two seeds being right next to each other. We're about to stop. This map will decide who does indeed advance in the winners bracket to the next stage to meet, I believe, the winner of well, actually it's already been decided, hasn't it? It's the United States.
Yeah, it's the US waiting for the winner of this. So before we get into the tiebreaker, a quick update on the matches that were concurrent. Indonesia versus Hong Kong. Hong Kong has won 5-2, so Hong Kong actually taking down seed 5, progressing in the winners bracket there. And also Japan versus Finland ends with Japan winning 5-2. So those games are now finished. Congrats to Japan and Hong Kong.
Again, hoping we'll be able to bring those next weekend. Unfortunately, scheduling do be like that sometimes. Reschedules.
I'm sure we'll see him next week. And none of those teams are out. We will see Indonesia and Finland do battle again next week in the losers bracket. How's these lineups looking then? How are we looking? I see Voss has been drafted in for the UK. This map being very aim heavy. You get him in here, one of their key aim players. Whereas South Korea, seeing Maiaz join this, I think that's a good pick if he's feeling consistent, because this is exactly the sort of map you see him play a lot in solo. Exactly the sort of map you see him on. This gimmicky, weird sort of thing. It's very aim heavy, but this has some pretty whacked out spacing shapes and lots and lots of high SVs, lots of kick slider rhythm, lots of streams as well. It's aim, but it's very unconventional, awkward aim.
It's an interesting start coming out from these players. We had some, I think, very, very early breaks. Oh no, actually no, it appears it was just Bubbleman who had a very, very early break to start this off. Karcher will find one. First one for South Korea, and Maiaz will join him. It will drop early, but again, it's all about the consistent length of this map. It's so long. Bubble will find a break. For UK, has his confidence been knocked after that last map? It's not off to a good start.
So it's to his team to put the shift in. FlyingTuna though still rocking that FC, rock solid at the moment. It's still with UK with 3 FCs to 2. This map does not let up. There's barely a break in it. Even the low spacing stuff has little things going on that can trip you. Voss is tripped up by that aim pattern. It's 2 FCs to 2.
He's going to start swinging it towards South Korea. Their supporting combos are better. Bubble trying to recover, but it's the difference between... But Karuna, full combo gone for South Korea. They only have one remaining to the 2 from the United Kingdom. Puts it back in their favor again, but still look at the score margin. There's almost nothing in it. 20,000 points, if that. It's all to play for. Nice matchup.
Oh, that stream.
Yeah, catches him out to find another break. Karcher will go though. There's a supporting combo gone for South Korea. Blue will go. Full combo down.
It's with SK. Slightly. Not by much, but slightly. 1 FC to 1. It's majoreh versus FlyingTuna again. Once again.
It's the supporting combo battle between Bubbleman and Maiaz. Maiaz has got that slight advantage. He's got 100 combo in his favor, and they're pulling it very slowly. It's like a tug-of-war, this one, at the halfway point. South Korea, they are on the advantage. majoreh will drop. There goes the full combo for the United Kingdom. It's all on the back of FlyingTuna now.
We've been doing it all game. He hasn't shown any signs of stopping. Can he continue it on? Maiaz breaks. It really is all with FlyingTuna now. Oh, no, wait. It's client lag. Client lag. Majoreh
client lag. Never mind.
Oh, okay, no. That was a break. That was definitely a break from Majoreh.
That was definitely a break. It was delayed, but it was there.
Don't play with my emotions, Bancho, please.
So again, it's these supporting combos. Maiaz will find a drop. And again, this is still very close. Every drop counts. FlyingTuna drops. Full combo gone. Bubbleman now with the highest combo in the lobby. Karuna has a good combo to chase. Majoreh drops. Maiaz drops. Voss drops as well. Karcher has a supporting combo, but is pretty much being negated by bloo at this point. Battle going on there. Bubbleman is in the lead against Karuna. Quarter of the map left. This is unbelievable.
It's still all to play for, man. 2 big combos on SK. The UK have the slightly bigger ones on bloo and bubble. It's Karuna and Karcher for SK. We get out of the streams, but this section is constantly variable. Lots of different things going on. That slider catches Majoreh. Big combos are still up, though.
That's going to even things out a bit for South Korea as FlyingTuna is chasing. And UK, they are just relying on those 2 big combos right now. They do not have a lot. South Korea once again starting to pull it to their side. I think the UK might need another break here to pull this back.
Oh my god, the break. They see it. They see it. It's not even 10k. Indifference. Here's the thing though. Bubbleman is the one with the combo. He's been here many, many times. But Karuna has also been here, done that, got the t-shirt.
Look at this score. This is intense. This is going to come right down to the very last moment. These big jumps at the end. We saw them at the beginning. Karcher. They catch people out. Karcher will drop. That favours the United Kingdom. This is going to come right down to the end. Majoreh will drop. Very little time left, but I don't think he had a massive combo. It's not going to affect things massively. We are coming right down to the wire. The UK have a very slight lead. One break could flip this, but I think... I don't want to say anything just yet, but it's the ending. All comes down to it. The UK, they've got a buffer. They're building it. They are building it. I think the UK have got this. They
just
do.
About. Oh my god, Demarsh. What was that tiebreaker? That was insane.
A game.
What a game.
Unbelievable. The United Kingdom knock down their rivals in the tiebreaker. They finally get a victory on the board against South Korea, but it didn't come easy. What a match.
These two, oh god, it's just fire and ice. Godzilla and Mothra, it's just insane. They were trading so hard. The Bubbleman versus FlyingTuna battle in the middle of this game was insane. FC after FC after FC. But they've both found the breaks at the ending moment. But UK were the ones to scrap just that bit more they needed. God, what an insane game. Both these two teams can give themselves a pat on the back for that. I don't think it's going to be any solace to SK, who gave everything here. But that was an amazing performance from both teams. Wow. You know what, though? It's not quite over yet, because this game might be over. UK might be moving on to the winners bracket, and SK may be carrying on their tournament in the losers bracket next week. But we have plenty more games in the OWC round of 16 today, so no breaks on this train. No breaks on this train. The next game, I believe, should be going on right now, because this game went all the way. With Singapore versus Ukraine. It's going to be the next game we have live here for you.
Yeah, as we just get that set up in the background, you know, fantastic performance from both teams. You know, look forward to South Korea in the losers bracket. They are looking to have a dangerous run. If they can play at that level, they're looking to go far. We have not heard the last of them.
By no means. That was such a high-scoring game. So many top scores or near-top scores on the maps that were played there consistently. So SK, you know, won't be tired any team that faces them after that. But we all know how good SK can be. I'm sure they'll bounce back. I'm sure they'll bounce